Hey guys. Ooh. How are y'all doing? It's been a long time. I actually didn't plan on really returning like that to YouTube. Um, and nobody was really checking for my videos like that, but a couple hours ago I got a message from someone saying come back. So I'm back. um yeah, I think my last video was like in January of 2022. Y'all, a lot of life has been lived within that time that I so wish that I had vlogged, but yeah, I just didn't vlog. And that kind of bothers me that I didn't do that. But I've learned a lot about myself, about my health, about, life and love and siblings and what? I don't know what I'm talking about, but I feel like I don't even know how to do this anymore, and I'm feeling a little weird about this now, which is odd to me. Um, you don't know my name is Stephanie. I go on here by Create Oneself. That's a name I came up with when I was 21, and I have been in the process of creating myself ever since, still doing it. Did YouTube for I don't know how long. Nobody was really checking for me like that except for like friends and family, and then whoever just happened to stumble upon my video. But I've been on TikTok, and TikTok I don't really do anything. I've been on Instagram you'll get a little bit of like what's been happening in my life within the past couple years. Like I did a lot of traveling with my brother and my mother. Me and my brother and my mother went to Turks and Caicos, and that could have been all vlogged. That could have been vlogged. I went to London earlier this year. I could have vlogged that. I don't know why I didn't do it. It's just insane to me that the stuff that I ended up not doing, no, the stuff that I ended up doing that I ended up not vlogging. You know what I mean. Anyway, so right now, my skin is in a little bit of a crisis. I don't know what's going on with my skin, but yeah, I've been very acneic as of late, and I'm trying to remedy that with consistency in taking care of my skin. So I do want to talk about just like, because first of all, the last time I filmed on YouTube, I was 31. I am currently 34. I just turned 34 in October. So there's been a little bit of some life lived like in the past 3 years that I want to get into. First of all, I want to start off this video by saying thank you for the people who stuck around. A lot of y'all I feel like didn't even don't even remember who I am, or just stuck around because you just don't know how to unsubscribe. I mean, I don't have content for you to press my video to unsubscribe, but if you stuck around and if you're gonna stick around, now that I am posting again, that'll be great. I will say this time around, I don't see myself being inconsistent. I see myself being very consistent here on YouTube again. But yeah, like that comment that I saw earlier today really made me like smile, because I was like, dang, that means what I was putting out was kind of good. Even though after a point it started feeling like it wasn't all that good, or people wasn't checking. I feel like with YouTube, you kind of have to just start and eventually you'll find an audience. Some people find their audience quicker than others, and other people just find them later on in life. But with YouTube, it's just like kind of like, life is so, it can be very short, and just do the thing that you want to do. Go to that place you want to go to. I mean, I'm not saying like spend a whole shit ton of money because life can be very long also when you're broke. But that's neither here nor there. But um, I want to talk to that girl that, well, the woman that was in my last video, woman being me, because the life I've lived in the past couple years after that was actually, it was, I lived, you know, and I want to tell that girl in that last video who had COVID twice in 1 month that life is about to get good for her. Life is about to start getting good for her, and your life didn't stop when you turned 30. Your life didn't, you know, become like whack when you turned 30. If anything, your life really began at after 30, specifically 32. 32 was a good year. 33 was a good year. That's where I met my boyfriend that I'm goo goo gaga over. And if you guys didn't know, for a long time I was single. And that's another thing. Like, I want the girlies to know there's nothing wrong with enjoying being single. I know there's a lot of content around, you know, being single in your 30s and how you're washed up or you're not. Nobody's checking for a good woman in her 30s, but there are good men out there who don't subscribe to that school of thought. So, yeah, I want to tell that girl at 31 that your life is about to get good for you. So get excited. You know, this heartbreak, this, you know, job, this everything that's happening right now is all temporary. And, you know, life is going to get exciting, and, you know, focus on your friendships, focus on your relationships with your family, and everything will just happen the way they're supposed to happen. So, yes. Also, I want to give advice to the girls in their 20s, because in your 20s you think you know everything. You think this is how life is going to be forever, and you think everybody's getting all the things that you want and stuff like that. But I'm telling you right now, like, life starts when you decide it starts. So it might start in your 20s, but for me it's really started in my 30s. And, you know, like, I feel like in your 30s, that's when you really don't give a fuck. That's when you really stop caring about what anybody thinks, about what anybody is doing. That's when you really have to, like, build that relationship with self, that self-confidence and self. Because I feel like sometimes when you're 20, you want to impress people. When you're 20s, you're still young. 30s, you're still young. 40s, you're still young. But I will say, if I had advice for anybody in their 20s watching this right now, really cultivate yourself in your 20s. Don't be so caught up, especially if in your early 20s, don't be so caught up in relationships, partnerships, because it's easy in your 20s to be that way, to be caught up in the guy who's not texting you back, or the friends that aren't really being friendly. Use that time to cultivate who you are, because I'm telling you, everybody in their 20s, they're worried about self. So you worrying about the next person, you'll do yourself a disservice. And then when you get to your 30s, and usually that's when a lot of people want to settle down and whatever, then you can start putting your focus out there until they, because think about it this way. In your 20s, you've cultivated yourself. You know what you want. You know what you're doing. You know what you like and dislike. So by late 20s, early 30s, or what have you, that's when you can start being able to, like, pick and choose and cross off what you want. Oh, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of spending your 20s being such a people pleaser and being this person that, like, wants validation and stuff. You're not really focusing on yourself when you want validation. But I say all that to say, this year I learned, I mean, these past 4 years, I've learned so much about myself outside of YouTube, and it sucks that I didn't document a lot of it. Welcome back to my channel. Anyway, so this soap that I used on my face is, I actually heard about it from TikTok. It's called Noble Formula, and it's like it has oats and some type of exfoliation acid that kind of like helps with the acne. And let me tell you guys, it's called Noble Formula. It helps with texture and acne. Trust me. Some girl on TikTok put me onto that soap, and I've never really looked back ever since. It's a great soap to use. Um, but yeah, I gotta brush my teeth. Anyway, y'all, now that I'm back on YouTube, I feel like I gotta relearn how to do everything. Ooh, ooh, chat. Ooh. I feel like I gotta relearn how to edit. Maybe it'll come to me. Maybe it'll be like muscle memory. You know what it means. But yeah, I have all this advice that all this stuff that I've learned throughout these years that is not really coming to me right now, but yes. So I earlier in summertime this year, I did meet a man, and I've been really excited about this relationship and where it's going. This is the one time I've been in a relationship where the guy is actually like a man, and not to shade the other guys, but come on. Has been showing up, has been very respectful, and you know what's crazy? The internet, the world will have you think that there are no good men out there, and that, you know, you have to play their game, or you have to play games, you have to reduce yourself, don't call too much, don't text too much in the beginning, you have to you just have to expect this in the beginning. And I'm like, honestly, that real stuff, that real like love, that real connection, you'll be able to be 100% yourself. Now I'm saying, don't be, if you're toxic, take that up with your therapist. If you're needy, if you're clingy and stuff like that, you know, look into therapy. And therapy, honestly, to me does not mean that something is wrong with you, but we all need therapy. Even therapists need therapy. So don't one thing I've learned in this relationship is, and honestly, I feel like I've always known, is to not bring like baggage or bad habits to your partner. Like, nobody is responsible for your feelings but you. I feel like a lot of times people feel like they gotta be in a relationship where it gotta be a little bit toxic. It gotta be a little bit, you know, crazy. It gotta be a little bit back and forth-ish. It gotta be all this extra stupid stuff, and it's like, no, it really could just be peaceful. It really could just be peaceful. It really could just be you having a good time all the time. Arguments are minimal, if any. It could really be like that, but people make it seem like, oh, it's not realistic and da 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 da. And honestly, for the longest time, I was just like, listen, if the men I'm meeting don't make me feel a certain way, I'm just not dealing with it. You can ask any of my friends, like, I'm not dealing with no dude that's gonna stress me out. Like, are you dumb? I'm not dealing with no dude that's gonna make me feel small. Like, I'm telling you, like, the past two 2022, 2023, 2024. The past 3 years that I haven't been on YouTube before I met my current partner, I was going through it with these men. Like, it was insane. Like, I would go on multiple first dates that led to nothing. Like, I would be like so sure, not sure, because some of them I was just still like, first dates you're still trying to figure people out, but I'm like, you know, they're cool, you know. And then they would do something stupid like go ghost or be funny, and then kind of reach out later on, and I'm like, sir, I'm not interested in you anymore. Like, and that's the mentality I will say in your 20s you have to have. You have to have the mentality of, I don't care. If I call you and you don't call me back, you're never going to hear from me again. If I text you, you don't text me back, like for over a day, goodbye. Like, honestly, people will really treat you how they feel about you. So when they come back weeks after the fact talking about, oh, hey, what's up? Like, hey, are you down to hang out today? If you here for a good time, not a long time, then hey, go have fun. But if you're looking for something really substantial and serious, don't entertain a lot of these dudes. Like a lot, and there's a lot of dudes who have a weird outlook into towards relationships and love. Like, I've dealt with men who told me like they feel like all women are crazy. Thank God it didn't work out with that guy. I've had dudes like, it's just weird behavior of people who one minute say they want something real, next minute it's something different. So I say even during when I was filming YouTube videos consistently, I was going through it, y'all, with men. And I feel like for the first time since the beginning of time in my life, I've actually found something that was worth talking about here on YouTube. Found a partner that is worth bringing to you guys and talking about and all that good stuff. Mind you, I just met him in June. I met him in June. So it's been a good 33 and a half years of just um, but I say all that to say, you guys, thank you guys for sticking around. Even though your girl's been horrible, I'm gonna be using these topical eye thingamajigs. I love them. I got them for, yo, when I tell you I've been going to events after events getting free stuff. I got these eye patches for free at a what's her name, at a Tierra Whack event. Yo, I'm telling you, I've been to, I'm not even trying to boast, but so much stuff I could have vlogged and I just didn't. Like, I went to a Kaylani concert. That was the first cool thing I went to. And she gave out free, like, beach bags. I think I still have the beach bag. Here's the beach bag that I got from the Kaylani concert. Oh man, there's just so much cool stuff that I did that I hope that I get to do again so I could actually vlog this time. But I went to a Kehlani concert. She gave out free drinks, free food, bags, merch. It was like a Grey Goose concert. If you Google it or YouTube it, you'll see the concert. It was like live streamed. I went to, who else did I go to that year? I went to an Alicia Keys concert for free with my brother. It was like a Christmas concert. So fun. I ended up getting free stuff. Like, she gave out like free samples of her skincare line with that concert. And then 2023, that's when it was like back to back to back that I could have vlogged so much. I went to a Nas concert and I got a free drink. Oh, it was like, and then I got merch, and I'm so upset that I didn't vlog half of it. I went to a Shantia concert, which I found out me and Shantia share a birthday, which is, you know, I didn't know at the time. What else? Who else did I see last year? I went to Afropunk, love Afropunk. I went to SZA concert. SZA did a free concert in Brooklyn that I went to, and she gave out free food and free drinks too. Could have vlogged that, didn't. I just, when I tell you guys, the stuff that I've been up to, I've been enjoying life, and that's a key. In your 20s, in your 30s, enjoy life. Regardless of what stage you are in your life, just enjoy that shit. Don't let no one person stress you out. Heartbreak is real and stuff like that, but allow yourself to deal with it. But also live life through that heartbreak. Live life through that friendship breakup. Live life. Yeah, I've been through all of it. Friendship breakups, friends who've gone away and been distant and stuff like that. I've gone through all of it, but in that I've truly lived my life. That I literally I can promise you right now, I have zero regrets. There's nobody that I want back. There is no friendship that I want back, because I've truly enjoyed I wouldn't say enjoy the process of the heartbreak, but I've truly leaned into myself when I was going through it, and it was like, wow. Wow, shit is really not that bad. Like, actually, I kind of like this version of me. Now, granted, I could lose some weight. That's another thing. I got in that relationship, and Bae has been cooking. He has been cooking, and I have been eating. 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 Ooh. I have been eating and gaining weight. But, you know, I ain't mad at it. I am not mad at it. I'm gonna use this oil and then put on my top of this eye patch. But here's to being back on YouTube and not being a viewer anymore and actually being a participant in this here YouTube life. And yeah, you guys, thank you for watching this video. I'm actually really excited to see where things go with YouTube again. Even if it's just for me. I'm actually really convinced that these eye patches don't do shit, even though like social media will have you believe it does do stuff. I don't think so. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy the Naturium. What the heck? This thread is coming off. Anyway, I'm gonna buy the Naturium Vitamin C under eye cream, and I'm gonna use that underneath because these are reusable. A lot of people don't know, but these are reusable. So I'm gonna use the Naturium eye cream and then put these patches over top, and then I feel like I'll get a little something because I really don't think these alone do anything. They don't. They love to tell you it does, but it really don't. Okay, you guys, thank you for watching my video again. Good night. Out in the hills.